Hello, my beautiful co-creators. This is Isolde Kelman from Journey of Awe, and we are starting the Karma Cleanse 101 this week. One of our worksheets gonna be self-acceptance worksheet, which is simply an awareness tool. With this tool, you're gonna notice that there are two different kind of qualities that we are looking within. And one of them is the ideal, the positive attributes, and the second one is the shadow self. We need to create a complete honesty that we might not want others to see, but have you heard about the saying, if you spot it, you got it? Would you able to recognize the color green if you don't know what color green is? And probably not. So when you're gonna go through the ideal part, the positive attributes, it's gonna be pretty easy for you to recognize all the details and all the qualities that you possess. And again, don't be shy. Blow your horn and write down everything that you consider positive about yourself. Now when you're gonna work on the shadow self, you have to approach it again from very honest place. But also, you have to recognize it that many times we project this shadow self to others. Remember going back to the saying, if you spot it, you got it. Write down the shadow self qualities even if you've seen it in others. Because many times we project these experiences because we are too ashamed to accept it. And it's much easier to project it to others because then we can point the fingers. But remember, whenever you point, one finger might pointing to the person, but three of them are pointing back to you. So anyhow, please fill out the worksheet and do those exercises what described later on. The terms or the statements what you have to say out loud, it's simply for you to understand that although we're having a human experience in a physical body, we live in two different places. And that is, we have the human experience and then we have the soul experience. If I could give you an analogy to describe this as a tapestry, the human experience may seem very chaotic on the back of the tapestry, and it might not give you any idea where you're going, and it looks very confusing and messy. But on the soul side, when you turn the tapestry around, it's a beautiful, perfect picture. And I'm sure you heard the statement that everything happens for a reason. Contemplate on these statements. I'm willing to see the perfection in everything. This approach will help you to lead you to the answer why things happen. And many times we don't understand that. Many times it comes to us years later. But when you look back to that circumstance or that situation, maybe 2 years later you recognize that that had to happen. Another contemplation that needs to be worked on, and that is, what if people that come into our life, and many times those that hurt us the most are the biggest teachers, what if everyone that comes into our life are we meant to have in our life, good or bad? What if these people don't do things to us but they things for us. You see, it's a very different place to look at the situation. And the reason why, because we're coming from the victim place, which is things are happening to us, instead of people are doing things for us. And that means we have karmic contracts with these people, and they simply play out the story in our life. Your soul is very wise, and it knows exactly where to lead you to have that experience, what you need to sign up for. And have you seen your children, for example? You tell them one thing, and you're trying to warn them, but they still do it. What if we accept the fact that everything that happened in our life, we had to experience it for our spiritual growth? Would you look at your life situations and circumstances from a different place? I think you would. You would make peace with them, because you know, now you can see the perfection in it, that it leads you for your awakening time. It leads you for you to have your spiritual evolution. It leads you to a place where you can see your whole life experience as a perfection. I will see you guys next time. Please again, go through the exercises in the self-awareness worksheet and truly go through every part of it. And on the end, you'll see that you have a much easier time to accept yourself the way you are, because you are perfect the way you are. Namaste.